Okay. Sounding test. Yep, that's fine. Okay, we're on YouTube.
Working this.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. Uh,
Hello.
How are you?
Very good, very good. You alright?
Just checking if everything is okay from my side. So we could start the show, I suppose. Not so many people today. Let me just turn on my share screen. All right. I think also from my side the recording software is okay. In 2 minutes we should start. Hello everyone, how are you?
Hi Vlad, how's things going, mate?
Good. Freezing as hell over here, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's cold air as well, cold air. It's raining a
Minus
lot as well.
11.
Well, no, it's not that cold.
Not snowing, but it did snow like 2 days ago. So yeah,
Okay.
still
Yeah.
snowy and muddy outside.
And it's not that bad, it's not that bad here.
Right. I believe we are ready to go. Let me just hit record from my side as well. Right. Everything seems okay. Hello everyone. Vlad here, the community manager of DavyTech. Welcome to the 21st edition of Elite Backtesters Get Together webinar, however you wish to call it. First things, the most important, take care with your financial decisions. It's 100% up to you. Fake profiles, take care with the give me $1, I'll give you two back kind of scams. Be careful with PMs or something like that about investing into some other kind of platform that we have or something like that. Not true. The only platform we have is David Tech. The only links we got of payment it's patreon.com/DavidTech in order to join our community, and of course the direct payment on david.tech. That's it. Welcome everybody. Today, if you guys have any questions about whatever I'm showing on my screen, just feel free to interrupt me. At the end, we also have a free discussions subject as well. If you guys want to talk about crypto strategies, David takes suggestions, complaints, if there is any, of course. That's why the whole team is here to listen to you guys. And today's topics would be an addition to the rules page. There will be, I suppose, like 4 new rules, which would be, I mean, there are more like 3 new rules. The one is a reminder because I have to show you why I tend to remind people about how to submit the submissions to me. And yeah, going through the new January submissions, which are on top of my screen over here. And of course, in case anybody is here and has no idea what I'm talking about, I see there are a couple of new faces. Hello, everyone. Yeah, at the end, I'll be discussing about what is the Elite Backtesters group. Awesome. So the new rules. First things most important, the question why? Well, as I said, first part would be to remind people how to submit to me to make both of our lives easier, including mine and for the guy who tries to submit to me. Otherwise, there would be no entry because it would be impossible to me. I'll show you exactly what I mean. And yeah, the new rules. The first one, which will be a reminder, is to either share with me the chart link, which you are supposed to make it shareable. You can make it shareable by going over here, click on the chart, and click on sharing link. And if you cannot do it because, for example, you don't have a paid subscription over TradingView, you can simply download the David Tech add-on and download the CSV file. Talk to me in private about the coin pair. Just name it Bitcoin against USDT and of course the time frame on 5 minutes, 11 minutes, whatever. If there is any custom time frame, whenever people are forgetting to submit to me the time frame, I generally check like 15 minutes, 30, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, something like that, just to be sure, like to not wait, for example, another week or another day for you guys to type to me back in case you guys are busy. I know you guys have jobs. I know you guys have family. You don't have all the time in the world to use Discord. So yeah, just a friendly reminder about how you should submit to me in order to make both of our lives easier. And of course, both is okay too. Like you can submit to me the link and also the CSV file. However, it's more reliable to you in the end. The first new rule, which I'll be talking about now, is the no period limit. Let me just zoom a little bit this picture over here to make myself more understandable. So I did put a little star here on the red to filter the days. It's okay. For example, some strategies do not work really well on the weekends because, for example, big players are not trading within the weekends. Or some strategies from my experience, talking about my experience, my personal experience, some strategies do not work that well through Mondays. Mondays tend to be a little hot, like the market openings for the weekend and so on. So yeah, you can either disable the weekend if you find that this feature makes a strategy more reliable, or the Monday day, or even, I don't know, no trades Friday. If you're a groupie, for example, I have no idea. Yeah, this filter is fine. The filter that is not fine is the start filter and the end filter for the dates. And I'll tell you why exactly. To have the most data available is the perfect scenario. Let's imagine, for example, BlackRock or the Medallion Fund. They pay millions of dollars to have as much data regarding the price as possible. Like, for example, how many threads on Reddit appeared maybe whenever I don't know, on Monday regarding Bitcoin, and Bitcoin went up just because of this like huge scandal over Reddit. Like, as much data as possible is the more important. So I'm asking you guys to not limit the date filter for your strategy. Again, that's very important. The most data, the most the better, I suppose, is for us as algo traders. You guys can afterwards, after you are getting the settings, you can play with it, you can limit however you want. But as soon as you are getting it from us, like after I upload it, before, when you're trying to upload it to me, please do not limit the date filters. Okay, so let me just bring this one little back. The next one. The liquidation line has to be more distant than the stop loss to the entry level point. Let me just, oh, whoops. Let me just zoom it a little. For example, over here with the white line, we have our entry point. The green line would be the take profit. The red line would be the stop loss, and the orange line would be the liquidation. The liquidation is the stop loss level of which is leverage applied to. If, for example, is the other way around, let me just zoom this one. This one is a no good sample. For example, you have overused your leverage compared to the stop loss, and TradingView is very limited to scenarios like this. Like, for example, you could end up with candles being in between the liquidation line and the stop loss, and TradingView cannot make a difference like, okay, so I need to stop this trade. No, it doesn't. And you could end up in something like, for example, your trade going between the liquidation line and the stop loss until it reaches either the take profit or the stop loss. So for example, if your trading strategy would be something like this, I'm not sure I can draw on the picture. No, I can. So for example, let's just do an imagination trick. Imagine like a candle which is going down, like a red candle, and it moves in between the liquidation line, which is the picture that I'm showing you, the orange line, and the green and the red line, and then goes straight to the green line, which is the take profit. Based on the logic and not on trading view, you needed to be liquidated. Like, for example, this trade needed to be considered as a loss, but because trading view does not consider the liquidation line that we built, it's not the trading view feature, does not consider that to be a loss, it would still record as a win, because in the end the candle closed above the or the candle moved above the green line, which would be the take profit, instead of closing the trade in a loss because you have went through the liquidation or the stop loss line. So a very general, a very logic rule is to not have a scenario like I'm showing you in this picture. If you guys have any questions, if I was not that clear, just let me know. I'm happy to explain a little bit further if it's needed. There is no point to be ashamed or something like that. Everybody started at some point. If you guys have no idea what's a liquidation line or something like that, feel free to interrupt. I also check the community chats as well. Let's see if there is any question. Exchange matters too, indeed. Monday false. Yeah. Let me check the general chat really quick. Okay, no questions. Let me just put it back to as it is. Okay. And another new rule is to, from
Sim.
now on. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is it maybe not better to show people how they can make it so the stop loss is before the liquidation line?
We are at the moment building a video. Like, for example, I'm trying to do like a kind of a scheme which would be a step-by-step video in order to how to submit your videos, your strategies to me. Expect this video to be ready this evening.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. And the final rule, if I'm correct, yeah, the final rule for new addition to the rules would be that we only accept V5 strategies, no more V4, because they are updated to be most reliable. They are up to date with all the TradingView updates. It's a little bit easier for us as well to include these settings to the incubate.trade platform. You could still, if you have for some reason spent a lot of time optimizing some V4 strategy, easily just convert it to V5 and it should be okay. If you have any trouble converting it, feel free to message me and I'll either help you, show you how it's done, or I can do it for you, however you wish.
Do you then also make sure that V4 strategies will be converted to V5? V4, because still strategies are in V4 and not in V5.
I don't understand. Like, can you
There are
repeat
some
again?
strategies that are in version 4, but still not in version 5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Me and William have been going through them and adding them slowly to Discord this week, Marco. Hi, Marco. Sorry, I didn't say hello. How are you going,
Hello.
mate?
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very
We're
much.
starting
William.
to add. We've added a couple. We've added all the ones that are missing, and I'm starting to update them with William this week.
Okay. Don't forget, please, the smart money.
Smart money. Okay, cool. No problem. We'll be adding them one by one. If you've got an
Okay.
absolutely fantastic strategy that isn't in the V5s, obviously you can still send that to Vlad.
I'll
Okay, I
gladly
will.
transform it to the newest version.
Yes. Okay, great. Thanks, guys.
No problem. Right. That's much about it with the new rules. If you guys have again any question about what I've talked as of now about the new rules, if you have any suggestion on a new one that we should add as of next week, feel free to submit to me in the private message or in this conference chat as well. Awesome. So, new subject, the new entries, which happened in between 16th and as of like half an hour ago, something like that. So let's just jump into them. So this one is one of our newest strategy, the G Doda Groove. And let's check really quick. So we do have the GMX under 15 minutes. Net profit of 816%, total cross trades 130. I would say solid number for a 15-minute strategy. Definitely you should like aim for the most trades possible, but I mean over 100 for me it's a green flag for 15 minutes. The win rate 57%, just above it. The maximum drawdown 28%, a little bit higher, but again you can reduce it with the leverage in the settings. Great. The next one, which is put to inactive status just because it had a decline within the equity curve. However, you can guys take it as some base settings if you don't have any for the RSI MACD LB V5. So the strategy is a BTC one on 15 minutes, 56% net profit, a total close trades of 111. A great, again, a number above 100. That's what I like to see. The win rate 70%. It was a little higher when it was submitted to me. However, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses in a row did took a pretty hit to the win rate, of course. And the maximum drawdown of 13, closely to 14%.
Can I just interrupt for a second? Can you maybe just, if you have the information, can you just give credits to the people that let's, for example, GMX, who did it?
It's on top right
Do
on my
we know?
screen. It's on top right
Oh.
on my screen.
Oh, J. Cott. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I do not like to butcher people's name. That's why I'm not
Okay.
into them.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Mhm.
I didn't notice that one. Thank you.
Exactly. When I'm also submitting them through Discord, you just go on top right corner and you have everything here. Like, for example, the status, the name, the strategy, the pair, the time frame, the date which was present to the webinar. Of course, there is no space within the screen. There you go. And also the date, which should be date, point, month. That's my standard like usage of day and month. So you have to stick on that. Yeah. Next one. Let me just go back a little bit. Yeah, this one. I was on this one. The maximum drawdown of 13.8%, which is a reliable one, I should say. However, the losses in a row, which were present just as of the addition to my list, are a huge important factor to consider incubating the strategies. No way of actually going live with it. But yeah, it is what it is. The next one, which would be a strategy of one of our newest, again, the top G one. It's on Bitcoin, 1 hour. The net profit is 1,211%. Total close trades 146. I would definitely like to see a little more trades, considering it's on 1 hour. However, it is what it is. Just keep to incubation and we'll see if the strategy proves to be reliable or not in the future. The win rate, which is the percent profitable, is 50%. So definitely expect like 1 win, 1 loss, 2 losses, 2 wins, and so on. The maximum drawdown, 26.6%, a little higher. However, the higher we go on the time frames, generally speaking, you do have some sort of like a higher maximum drawdown. Again, it's not for every strategy. It's just something that I found out. It's like some advices from me to kind of expect this to happen. Next one, which will be on Elrond A Gold, 30 minutes. Again, one of our newest strategies, the G Doda Groove. The net profit 42%, total cross trades 91, little lower for 30 minutes, but it is what it is. The percentage profitable is close to 70%, and the maximum drawdown just above 6%, which is great. Equity curve doesn't look that well recently. Like, for example, here we have some sort of a sideways period within the profit. And yeah, let's just move to like a higher time frame, see what happens. Maybe the strategy doesn't work that well within trends, like for example when Bitcoin has a consolidation or something like that, or I don't know, maybe if it's a strategy that goes really well during bear markets, and it does really well only doing maybe longs or maybe shorts. You can either disable those or disable the strategy to trade in between these regions. You can use, for example, the bear and bull power indicator, the sideways indicator, something like that, in order to have a general idea about what trend we are in and to decide if it's worth keeping the strategy active or not. Considering the profit is not going straight down, however, it's in a sideways kind of things, even if it's worst period, let's say, you could argue to leave it open whatever the trend is, because it's sideways anyway, I suppose, and you would not skip the beginning of trend trades, like for example the first 2 or 3 trades which would be winners, let's say. You could not skip those as well. Okay. The next one on Solana on 5 minutes. This one, however, proves to be not that reliable since it was submitted to me. However, it's base settings for 5 minutes to have 164 trades. Definitely, you can filter a little bit more, and yeah, see how it goes. The net profit above 500%, which is amazing. The win rate was above 60% when it was submitted to me. However, not that great since then. Maximum drawdown 26%, a little high for a 5-minute strategy. However, yeah, we should see how the strategy develops within the incubation period as well. Another one on Solana this time on 5 minutes as well. Net profit close to 1000%, which is great. 122 trades, again, amazing. The percentage profitable 62% and the maximum drawdown of just below 20%. Okay, the next one is a strategy on Botify using El Patron as its source. We do have AVAX, Avalanche, and it's on 2 hours. Net profit 444%. Total closed trades 177. It's okay, I guess, for a 2-hour strategy. However, of course, I would have wished to see a little bit more, like maybe close to the 200 mark. It is what it is. The percentage profitable is 63% and the maximum drawdown 16.6%, which is okay for a 2-hour strategy. I would like to note that this strategy is active. It had 2 or 3 trades since it was submitted to me. I believe it's these two that over here since it was submitted to me, which is amazing if you ask me. So yeah, definitely let's see how it develops in the really near future of incubation, if it proves to kind of stick to the win rate aspect. Like for example, it could be like 2 losses in a row right after these 2 wins, and then maybe 2 wins again, 1 loss, 2 wins again, or something like that. Definitely consider maybe going live with the strategy as well. Next one, on BTC, 2 hours. It was put to inactive because I think it was submitted to me when this short happened. Like for example, over here, I would definitely be interested whatever happens with this trade. If it proves to be profitable, would definitely consider going live with it after a short incubation period rather than a medium one, let's say. Net profit close to 200 and 900%. Total closed trades 250, which is great considering a 2-hour strategy. Nothing to complain, I suppose. The win rate close to 75%, which is amazing. And the maximum drawdown just below 20. The strategy looks amazing if you were to ask me. Let's just see how it happens with a short time incubation after this trade would end. New addition, this time with Botify as well. I believe the strategy is made by Suri. I hope I don't butcher your name if you're here, and Reed, which is his strategy regarding profit levels and stop losses. And yeah, a great addition to our community. I believe there is also a thread inside our general chat or somewhere in the community chats about the strategy, like exactly how it should develop in the future. And the net profit is 150%. The time frame is 30 minutes. The pair is Atom against Tether. Total cross trades 207 is okay, I suppose. Percentage profitable 75%, so definitely expect 2 losses, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, and so on. Maximum drawdown just below 50%, not that bearable. However, it's a lot of there is a lot of place or wiggle room for incubation, for further optimization. Maybe you could delete 50 trades that, for example, let's see, total losses in a row, 7. Maybe you could filter out this number to maybe reduce it to 2 or something like that, or maybe 3, which would be amazing considering that. Next one on Optimism, if I'm correct, on 2 hours. It's a strategy which is not that new, however, it's very popular within the elite backtesters, the Super F combined with the dead zone. Profit 370%, great. 80 trades, not that great. And as you guys can see, it's a very trend friendly strategy. Whenever for example, a strong trend of going either up or down, the strategy would fire a lot of trades. Very similar, of course, to the original strategy, to the dead zone. So yeah, definitely hoping to see how this one develops in the future as well. Win rate 88%, which is amazing, and the maximum drawdown on just below 30%, a little higher. You can reduce it with the leverage, of course. based on your liking. Next one, which is on the squeeze it, not that great of an equity curve. However, the total trades close is 167 for a strategy of 5 minutes time frame. So there is a huge place for, let's say, further optimizations to maybe have a better strategy out of it. That's amazing. Net profit above 100% and the maximum drawdown of close to 70%. Not that great. Next one on Matic against the Tether, 30 minutes, dead zone, V5, very important. The equity curve, not that great, I suppose. I believe this strategy was a previous submissions, which was optimized again. And as far as I'm concerned, the user Poil, again, I hope I don't mistake your name, told me that this strategy had a win, this one, as soon as he finished the optimization period. So maybe in the future, this equity curve would go straight up. We should definitely see how it develops through incubation. Net profit 164%, total close trades 102, a little lower considering it's a 30-minute strategy. However, it's okay, I should say. The percentage profitable is 88% considering this trend over here. Maybe it was like maybe close to 90 or 92% or something like that. However, with this drawdown period, it a little bit went down on the win rate factor. And the maximum drawdown of close to 35%, which is great. We can definitely further optimize the strategy and yeah, see how it goes in the future. Let's see another one on IME X, 30 minutes. The net profit is very close to 600%. The total close trades is great, 236. Definitely also a little more room to optimization as well if you guys want to do it. The win rate very close to 55%, so expect like 1 win, 1 loss, and from time to time 2 wins, maybe 2 losses again, maybe 3 wins in a row, something like that. Profit factor 1.6, the maximum drawdown of just below 20%, which is great. And the very final one, which would be the reason why I let you guys know to do not forget to send me the whole details. This one is not complete because I'm not aware of the time frame. I did try the most popular time frames, like for example 5 minutes, 15, 30, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. However, I couldn't find a reliable, let's say, equity curve. So yeah, do not forget, guys, when you're deciding to submit to me some settings, to either include the chart link or the CSV file, the coin pair, for example, BTC against Tether, and of course, important, as I showed you guys earlier, the time frame. Great. These are all the settings that happened within the last week. If I did forget anybody, please just send a message to me in private. I'll definitely sort it out. Let me just go down a little bit. Before I start doing the, let's say if anybody has no idea what I'm talking about now, David, are you around?
Hello.
Hello.
Great
Would you
stream.
like, thank you. Would you like to do the presentation for Incubate That Trade now, or would you like me to cover the short intro for newcomers now, and then I'll leave the show to you?
Yeah, continue with the intro in case anybody doesn't know what the elite backtesters are. And then I'll go through incubate.trade and send everybody the link so they can start getting access. So
Awesome.
carry on. Over to you, mate.
Awesome. So, as I said earlier, I see a couple of new faces around the voice chat. If you guys have no idea what I've guys talked about just earlier, it's the Elite Backtesters group inside our Discord. It's a group started by the community for the community. We are trying to optimize David strategies, and not only with the help of Botify, you can basically throw Botify at whatever indicator or let's say I don't know, indicators based off lines, tags and whatever, claiming buy here, sell here. Just pull out Botify, try it, see if it's reliable or not. The only exceptions would be for, let's say, smart money concept strategies, which have, for example, drawings like boxes that are continuously moving, so there is no exact entry and exit points. Like, for example, a line like entry whenever this line goes over this line, and exit whenever there is this tag. These kind of indicators can be traced by Botify. The ones with boxes, the lines that are not fixed, those cannot be, unfortunately. We are waiting for a TradingView for an update from TradingView in order for Botify to maybe evolve for it to can do that as well. So yeah. And of course, after you are deciding to optimize the strategy, you can send it to me. I'll pull it up together with the database that we have as of now. I believe we have close to 100 submissions so far, which is amazing. And yeah, all the setups that are for the group stay inside the group. The main goal for the group would be to have one script being optimized on 5 timeframes by 100 people who spend together 278 hours optimizing with the optimizer tool. You don't have to spend all this time in front of your computer. If you have any computer that doesn't do anything like near you, or you have a computer that supports, for example, multitasking, you can do your work, you can run the optimizer in the background. Just spend that time, and with all together we'll have close to 100 million possible great setups. A short, let's say, get together would be the question, okay, but what's in for me? You're getting, if you are inside the group, exclusive access to this project, and at the end of the month there is a prize pool of above $1,000, and this goes to the very most dedicated people who submit really great work for this project as well. So if you guys have any questions before I leave David presenting the platform, let me know. My DMs are open. You can either DM me in the private or use the conversation chat, like right next to the David Tech AMA updates name. There is a chat icon over there. Just write in that is the question, or the general chat, or via PMs. However you like it, my DMs are open. Let me just check if there is anything that's not covered. No screen show. I believe my screen share was okay, since nobody complained of voice. It's of course recorded.
fine,
You
that's
can
fine.
watch. Oh, okay. You can also watch it later. Yes, Vlad is sharing. Yes, I was. When you say 25x leverage, how do you write that in TradingView? Does it mean just you buy 25 contracts under settings properties? We do have set inside our boilerplate of any of our strategies that are up to date. Like, for example, V4, I think that also has liquidation sign and applied leverage, but V5 100% has that. You can basically enter the leverage number that you're supposed to trade with, and it would calculate the liquidation line for you. How are you deciding the active and inactive of strategies? Since it's not a perfect solution, however, since the time is very limited, within the time frame period of since you submit to me your strategy and the time that I'm actually doing this show, I'm reviewing the equity curve of your strategy and the strategy backtesters results. For example, you submit to me your strategy today and I'll have the show next week. Within this week, I will take a look at your trades. For example, there is 3 trades, which would be 3 losses in a row. That means either your strategy is overfitted, or it's not so great, or is under a massive losing trend or something like that. I would put it as inactive. Let's say your strategy has, again, 3 trades. The win rate, which is shown at that point, was 66%, and there are 2 wins and 1 loss. That will mean that the strategy respects its win rate, which is great. there is no problem with the rules of the strategy. For example, the liquidation line is further than the stop loss, which is exactly what the rules are stating. That would mean that your strategy is active, has some kind of general logic movement. That would be the easiest way I could put together like a good to go or not a good to go kind of a rate or something like that, like a rating. Again, it's not perfect. It's I believe that the maximum thing we can do within this kind of short time frame period, whenever, like for example, if you submit to me a 2-hour strategy, it might not even have a trade within a week, and of course it would go to the inactive category.
Yeah, thanks, Vlad. That makes complete sense.
That's the best I could do. Like the easiest, also the easiest and the best thing we can do to like put them into like 2 categories, like the better ones or the not so great ones. I would not say the bad ones, because again, there are 2-hour time frame strategies that even within a week could not have a trade. Let's just not throw mud at them because they didn't have a trade yet, you know.
And so, Vlad, are you open for further questions right now, or?
If you have any question regarding what I've shown
Sure.
so far, please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Hello. I've been just joined the group probably a month or 6 weeks or something ago. Many of the strategies that I'm looking at are on much longer term time frames, like trying to catch long term swings. And so I've been busy doing back testing and working with Botify, and I've got several questions now or later at the end maybe. And I'm just wondering, like, are you guys open to strategies on, weekly, daily, weekly sort of timeframes, or are you really just looking for the high volume, in and out type trades?
To be honest with you, we are not trying to limit somebody's entry. Like, for example, the rules that we have are very friendly. Like, for example, we are not asking, okay, you need to have a trade a day or something like that. We are very happy with trades like once every week, every month. However, we would like to differentiate the trading strategy which are overfitted for the ones that are correctly working. That's our general most active filter that we're doing. If you have a strategy that works really well on the weekly time frame and would trade like, let's say, once every month, that's something like even DCA bots do. So there is no problem by me or the group, I suppose, to have strategies on a really large time frame. There is no problem, I suppose.
Great, thank you. Look forward to seeing you in Elite Backtesters.
Awesome. If you have any question regarding Botify, just wait a little bit for David to go over the incubation .trade platform, and at the end we have the open discussions. We can talk about Botify, trigger.trade, whatever question you have. That's pretty much the best spot you can be to ask your question.
Great, thank you. Talk more then.
No problem. No problem. Happy to answer you, to try to answer you, of course. What is the current ratio between Elite Plus and Elite Backtesters? Not sure. I can do a statistic after the show, 100%. Does there not come a rule for maximum percent stop loss? Since there is no rule for take profit percent, I suppose they shouldn't be for the stop loss as well. However, everything should be within the marginal of logical thinking. Like, for example, if you have a 100% I don't know, maximum drawdown or something like that, again, if that loss happens, it would break your strategy anyway. So the equity curve tells you if something is not okay with your strategy anyway, except bypassing the trading views abilities. Like, for example, with the leverage appliance, which is not a default feature by TradingView, but a feature that David, thank you very much, David, for adding it. So Yeah, I don't see how we can apply a rule like that, to be honest, because if we were to apply a rule, for example, no more than 10% stop loss, there could be strategies that work really well with 12%, and we would exclude those. So based on the feedback and the more inputs that we get, we can definitely come up with a rule about that as well. Why would you use bot on weekly level? That's an indicator then. An okay, I suppose, point of view. But then again, there are bots for DCA, which again, for a DCA, it could happen a trade depending on how the market moves for months as well. And you can do DCA with bots as well. So we could come up with something like that. But again, based on the feedback that we get, based on the more insights that we get, we can definitely come up with more rules to make the Elite Backtesters group flowing better. Do manually since wiki time frame could do basically 1 to 2 trades a year. That's the thing. I do get your point. I do get your point 100%. The execution manual strategy. Okay, a lot of strategy very big stop loss, which is very bad for bigger account amounts. I do get it. However, whenever the strategy has a loss, it would break anyway the strategy. Like for example, if you're using a huge stop loss and a leverage amount to it, you would see a very big maximum drawdown, like let's say 80 or 90%. That would of course be like, for example, a $2 strategy. Just throw $2 at it and see how it happens with very small amounts. Like you're risking a lot by going a little bit with the initial amount, and you could see with the leverage effect and the compounding effect of leverage, if you're lucky and happen, let's say, like 10 trades in a row, I think there is also a study, like for example, with 11 or 12 trades in a row, you can become a millionaire if you're doing it correctly, which is crazy. I'm not suggesting you guys to do it. However, you could come up with some crazy strategy and could eventually make you a millionaire. So again, the financial decisions are 100% to you guys. Okay, I believe I'm out of questions. David, are you ready?
I'm here. Just as a side note for Marco and any other real quick questions, there is going to be a notes area inside incubate.trade, so you'll be able to see trading strategies that have high stop losses. You'll just be able to add a note, or the community will be able to add notes, or I will add notes so you can see them before ever trading them.
And before David goes with the platform, be sure, guys, to move over his presentation. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got some competition against you, and I've led. So, and the other one about the 1 week, absolutely would love to see some trading strategies on the 1 week. Like you said, like the other comment was, it would only take a couple of trades. Not everybody here does trading with bots. They do, most people do like algo trading, whether it's with bots or without bots. Some people still take their trades manually, so they're more than welcome. It'll be nice to see them. It's great for backtesting and things like that. Hi guys, I hope everybody's well. Welcome to all the new users. As always, great presentation, Vlad. Love to see the new Doda trading strategy, having a couple of setups sent to us. That's great. So I'm on the other screen. Hopefully you can see my screen now. It's currently got where we are in the process at the moment of the developments and things like that. I'm going to be presenting today to incubate.trade. Incubate.trade is a trading journal exclusively for members of Elite Backtesters at the moment. Everybody in VIP will have their own sort of self-service trading journal access in the very near future. But currently, the current version, what it does is it shares all of the settings that we've shared from the beginning on Elite Backtesters in one place where you can find them. You'll be able to see forward testing results. You'll be able to see back testing results. You'll be able to see all of the great information that you need to get started. So as it says here, we're in the Botify. We're building, optimizing, testing, incubating, where we're going to be looking today. Connection through Trigger Trade, 3 Commas, Alertron, whatever you like. Making sure you can connect and use bots. and obviously yielding a return. So I'm going to be going over the platform. I'm going to show you how you can get access. It's a restricted access at the moment. There's a form. I'll send you the link. It's if you go to incubate.trade, you just request access. You get sent to a Google form, which will ask you to fill out the form. Which literally all it does is it asks for your Discord name or username, sorry, an email address so that we can send you an email when you've got access with your password, and your current status on Discord. If you're an elite backtester, you get access to full. If you're an elite recruit, you get access to be able to see everything, and you'll get access to the full thing at the beginning, at the validation part of the month. If you're VIP, like I said, as soon as it's ready for, and you don't want to be part of the elite backtesters, which is very simple. It's completely at no extra cost or anything like that. You just have to go over to elite backtesters inside a Discord, literally press the button, you'll get elite recruit, and all you have to do is participate by sending a strategy to Vlad that you've spent a little bit of time optimizing, hopefully some good results, and then you just get access to everybody else's. So you get access to this platform. Yes, hi there.
Question about that part.
Yes.
I asked a few times to the submit request. You showed another web page that I receive. When I click on the button, I get a message that I need to have rights.
This is for the Google form, is that right?
Yes, I don't get
Okay.
the Google form. I get
Okay,
only a blank page with you need rights.
Okay, I will put the Google form URL at the end of this stream. I'll make sure it's working. I did test it with William and Vlad. I will test it whilst everybody's speaking at the end of the stream just to make sure, and I'll put the link in the chat at the end of this stream.
Okay, thanks.
No problem whatsoever. Right, okay, so as it was in the stream, I will go through all of the features very, very quickly. I did do a full stream about it on YouTube, but unfortunately I got disconnected halfway through. So this is the platform. It looks like an Excel spreadsheet. It's extremely simple. You'll be able to filter. I will add loads more features to it as we go along. It is in its most basic form at the moment. It has the strategies one by one, your time frame, the coin pair, the main coin pair, because you can actually use it on multiple coin pairs if you're using the VIP version I was talking about earlier, which is self-service. But if you want to separate them out, you have a main coin pair that I'm going to be using for the elite backtesters. Each elite backtesters setup will have one coin pair per strategy. That's it. So you have that there. You have the time frame that it's been traded on. You have the status. Now this is what Vlad was talking about earlier. This is a computerized version of it. So the algorithm behind it at the moment is it goes red to orange. Orange means it's had live trades made. As you can see, they're all red at the moment. That's because I haven't imported across over the trades that I've recorded. I'll show you some of the trades in a minute. In Discord, they're a bit messy, but I'll show you that there's over 1,000. I went through 1,100 trades already recorded. Now that's open and closed trades, so maybe that means there's 500. But yes, anyway, so then it goes from red. So red means that there's been 0 trades whatsoever in here. Green means that profit factor or win rate, is continuing in the same way as Vlad puts it. You're still having wins, and the win rate hasn't considerably dropped. And orange, like I said, means that it's warming up as such, a bit like a traffic light. It's warming up. We're getting some trades. Things are going great. We're recording results. If it goes then back to red, that means that the win rate is considerably lower. As you can see here, you can sort and search through the P&L of all time, the RNI of all time, the win rate. I have absolutely tons and tons of information from Sharp ratios and everything else that's imported from TradingView, which you'll be able to search on eventually as well. Like I said, this is the basic version. And then if you want to go down, you can scroll through them. You can see the coin pairs, like I said, and you can click on a chart and you'll be able to see in zoomed version of the equity curve as it was recorded. The equity curve has everything from trading view there, and we can go across and have a look at the results. Just going to open any old one here very quickly to show you what that looks like. No, actually, let me go to the demo one that I did on the live stream here.
You freeze the column names?
Can I freeze them? Sorry.
Yeah, because when you now
What do you
scroll,
mean?
we can't see what each column means.
As my computer scrolls, it's
No,
frozen.
Yeah.
Marco means, for example, to always keep up the name of the column. Like if you browse
I said
down.
it's sticky.
Uh-huh,
I said it's
exactly.
sticky. Okay. Yep. I'll write it down now, Marco. Just bear me 2 seconds, guys.
I'm
Let me
writing.
write this.
I'm writing. Go, go,
Okay,
go.
Vlad's going to write it down for me. Okay, so I will make this sticky, so when you're scrolling, you don't have, you can see
Yes,
the
please.
names as you scroll, yeah, because it makes it a bit easier. You can just go up here and you can choose the number of the columns. You'll be able to choose number per page and things like that. So very simple. If you want to like add the 400 on one page, makes it a bit easier.
Okay, so we
Okay, I'm
can
gonna-
add more columns.
You can add more columns. I'll be adding loads more as I go along. Like I said, I'll show you all of the data that you've got accessible from the database. You have all of this database information here. So you'll be able to pretty much search on them. Like I said, this is very much the basic version at the moment. Give me time to continue building on it and making it better. But we do have all of this in a database ready for us to search upon and things like that. So we'll be able to search and filter as we go along. So you have the equity curve as it is on the other one. We have net profit, gross profit, rundown, max drawdown, Sharpe ratios, profit factors, you name it, everything's there on the chart. When connecting, like I said earlier, this is the simple bot connected directly to incubate.trade. I will go through a full tutorial on how to integrate David Tech Strategies version 5 and other strategies on another video when I launch it for VOP and everybody. At the top here, we can connect to Telegram. I'll show you that in a minute. We can follow this strategy on Telegram. We can download the CSV file, which will download the CSV file. This one was a demo, so it didn't have an attached CSV file. It probably hasn't got a... I'll do those two again on another one, a live one in a second. You can download the CSV file, and you also have the trading view chart ready for you to copy, public and shared. So I'll scroll down. You have the win rate, you have your statistics for the month, you have the average time in trades. These are live data from forward testing, no longer back testing. This is forward testing information. You have your average leverage if it's available. If it's a David Tech version 5, it will be available. If it's your own strategy, you have to set up something in here which is written leverage, which I'll show you how to do, like I said, afterwards. If it's David Tech, you have nothing to do. It's just literally in there anyway. Number of trades recorded, average trades per day, and the average time in a trade. You get your new equity curves, your R&I and your P&L per day, all set up in bar charts and line charts. I guess that would probably look a lot better when there's more trades made for you. But yeah, you have each and every trade recorded here, how much they lost, how much they won, all recorded in a very, very simple format. Like I said, I will improve on it. I'm going to keep some things simple because it's important for everybody to be able to understand and be able to see it and understand it as they look at it. So yeah. So as I said, it is recording all of the data. I'm just going to slightly move over. Hopefully, can you see my Telegram screen, Vlad?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so this is the triggers for all of these over 100 trading strategies being recorded. As you can see, they're all there ready for me to be back imported. This is just to show you that it is recording. This is my admin sort of control panel. Now I'm going to show you how to connect over to Telegram. So if you want to start receiving messages from Telegram about trades, you want to see the results directly to Telegram. At first, at the moment, what it does is it literally says, very much like Leader Trade, demo only, Rune USDT, Botify X has just taken a long 24x leverage. entry was at this time, and you'll get it instantly as it receives the message from TradingView. Kind of a bit like a signal, but it wasn't really the idea. Then in my future development, I'd like to also attach to that maybe like a card that gives you all of the information about the trading strategy in a very simple view with a link over to this page here. Things like its current win rate, how many trades it's taken, and things like that. The average leverage, the coin pair, those kind of things will be added into the Telegram alert. Yeah, so I'll show you how to connect to Telegram very quickly. I'm going to go to this one here. Whichever one, it doesn't make any difference really. So we go over to the Telegram, you click connect to Telegram. If there's this green check here, it means you are already connected to Telegram. Now you're going to have to ignore my admin log, which is here. When you click on connect to Telegram or you scan it with your phone, it sends a message over to Telegram for us, and it says start, and there you go, successfully added. Thanks for being part of the community. That means that your bot, as you can see, these trade things you won't be getting. This is just admin logs. Successfully added. Thanks for being part of the community. It means that the link between the website incubate.trade and Telegram has been made successfully, and you will be able to start following trading strategies. When you found a strategy you like and you would like to follow, you can literally just press follow. It'll take a couple of seconds. It'll say you're added. It'll go red, and then you go back over to Telegram, and it will say, awesome, you've just started following the FVMA, 0 lag, and it'll give you the number. Stay tuned for results and trades. If you'd like to unfollow, you can unfollow them, or you can just go on to the next one and start following them, the ones that are interesting to you. So just a way of you to be able to keep an eye on the strategy, not lose sight of strategies that are interesting to you. It's also a way of you being able to favorite the ones that you are interested in and come back to them afterwards. Maybe I should put in here as well sort of a favorite button so you can build your own favorite lists and things like that. But yeah, so it's a good, be a good idea. A favorite list, if you could write that down as well, Vlad. Favorite list so that you can favorite them. Yeah, and I think it's a good start. Like I said, I've still got to import. Now, as every developer probably knows, you develop generally locally or on something that's fast on your on a dev environment. I've still got to import the trades that I've recorded. But other than that, you'll get access now today. Whenever other than that, you won't. These will still say 0, but I will start importing them as soon as possible. Yeah, so that's the only thing I really have left to do for this version. Now, there's also a button here which says copy trade on Bybit. Like I said in the live stream, personally, I wouldn't do it. It's much easier for you to go over to press, I forgot to show you these, click this button here and then press copy up here, and then use trigger trade to copy and build it yourself. It means you've got a copy of the trading strategy on your trading view. You can stop it or start it whenever you like. You have full control over it. If the trading strategy for you doesn't feel like it's working, you'll be able to see it because you have the equity curve in front of your eyes. All of those things, copy trading through Bybit becomes a bit too automatic. You really can't see what's going on, why the trade's there and things like that. I would personally take control of everything and then go it, but the option will be there for a certain number of the strategies. The best ones that we find, I will set up copy trade on Bybit so you can easily trade across with them. Yeah, so just makes things easier for you, that one button. If you really don't want to spend the time pressing copying on TradingView and going through and setting up the alert and things like that, if you don't want to do that, or you just haven't got the possibility because you haven't got the newest the right package inside the TradingView or anything like that, it will be there for a certain number of, but it's not there yet. I need to go through the strategies. We need to leave them to forward test a little bit longer for me to be able to set up this button here. If you prefer to import the CSV file, you can also import the CSV file. It's literally downloadable there. You press the download button, it'll download the CSV file for the optimizer, so you can use that. And that's pretty much most of the features of the incubate.trade. Now, if you want to, let me answer questions, and I'll try and find out why you haven't got access to that form that I just set up. Has anybody got any questions about incubate.trade or anything else to do with DavidTech?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
How can we see and filter for the performance for last week, last month, last few months?
Okay, so
because
they
I
are
know so-
there currently
Yeah, but that-
inside the
now,
data.
now you're looking into a specific strategy, but
Yep.
when you look to the chart with all columns, where all strategies are probably on the homepage.
Yeah, so what I was going to say was the information is here. If the information is here on that page, it means it's being recorded to a database, and means in a medium sort of time, I will be adding them here in these columns so that we can start. As you can see, you can only filter by win rate currently at the moment. They're kind of things that I will develop and add to the table in the near future. The search engine will be something that's important to me. Currently, we have 95 strategies on there. William's still adding. There's probably about another 30, I should imagine, to add. Yeah, so I will add the search engine and all of the columns that are of interest to all of us in the near future, and they will be part of the search engine and be able to filter them as well. But they aren't there yet.
But when we now look to P&L all time,
Yes.
what does that mean?
Okay, so we have two columns, P&L all time here. This one, which is in bold, is through the whole time of the backtesting period.
Yeah.
If you go in, you'll be able to see what equity was used and things like that in the settings. The not bold is the forward testing period. So you have back testing, forward testing. So how long, how much potentially it would have earned with the given equity from the start of the incubation period to the day that you open the page. Same goes for the R&I and the win rate as well. We have back testing in bold. It should probably be the other way around, actually, because we're a forward testing platform. Back testing shouldn't be in bold, and forward testing should be in bold. But yeah.
Okay. When people want to look for profitable strategies, they want to sort on forward testing profit. Yeah,
Yes.
probably not the right words. We do not want to scroll through hundreds of settings. How can we see
Currently,
the
this
best
is what is.
strategies?
Currently, this is what is available at the moment. Like I said, there's only 100 strategies on there, so it won't take particularly long to scroll through 100 strategies. But in the near future, as I'm building and improving on it, I will add it so that you can filter out the strategies which have low win rates. You'll be able to either accumulate the two together and filter between a full period, either on forward testing or back testing period. It's up to what you'll be able to filter on.
Yeah, and then please also by period, because when some strategies are there for several months and one only for 1 month, then it tells not so much.
Yes.
So it will be better to show, okay, this is the result for the last 3 months or whatever period.
Yeah, there's the published date on here, so you'll be able to see the published date. I'll improve that and make it more readable, so you can say, like you said, this strategy's been up for 1 month, this strategy's been up for 10 days or whatever in incubation period. We have all of the data from TradingView as well, as it's been imported, so you'll be able to see how long the backtesting period was as well, and all those kind of things. Excuse me.
Is there also an option that we can see if the strategy is using dynamic leverage or dynamic position sizing?
There isn't,
is that not
Marco.
possible?
No. There's not possible. It's not possible for me to get access to. I say that currently there isn't in the slightest, but we have access to the CSV file. It's here, so there's no reason in the future that I won't be able to read that CSV file, search through it, and go, right, okay, this has dynamic positioning.
False.
True or false, yeah. So it could be
Yeah.
something that's added in the future without doubt.
Okay. And sorry for all my questions, but
No, carry
can
on,
we
please.
see when we have my strategies or favorite strategies?
Yeah.
What you're probably going to add. Can we see the performance from the selected strategies, the favorite strategies, or our own strategies? It's not per strategies, but for the whole
Collective.
bunch of strategies that we personally add.
Yeah, yeah, that would be definitely a great idea. I did it for I think for leader trade, where it was sort of like a trader's desk where you could build a bunch of strategies and put them into a bucket as such. So you could see how they work together, kind of in a diversification sort of idea. Definitely a great idea for the future. Definitely. Excuse me.
Downloading the orders, or was that possible or not?
It does download the orders. Unfortunately, there's not enough data in there. I'll put it in there in here so everybody can see it afterwards. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I'll add it in here afterwards. Unfortunately, all of the orders didn't show the data that I thought they did, and I was importing them for a long time ago, and I didn't realize that I made a mistake on the data that I was importing, and I was importing a column that wasn't correct. They don't have all of the information. I just need to add it somewhere. I will add it in the future as well. All of the orders from the backtesting.
Okay.
They are saved to a database as well.
Yeah, when we speak about that, is then an option when you eventually going to edit to select a few strategies where we think about, okay, that's a good strategy. Select those, download all orders with strategy name in a separate column, so we can see all the orders in one sheet. So we can see if they're not firing all together at the same time.
Okay, cool, great idea. There'll be something we have to look at a bit further down the line, but definitely, yeah, all those kind of things will help us diversify much better. So yeah, I need to. Excuse me, I am losing my voice. I have no idea why, but yeah.
Take a glass of water.
Yeah, good idea. Thank you very much. Just bear me 2 seconds, guys. Imagine if I couldn't talk. I mean, that would be terrible. Vlad would have to do the whole thing.
No.
Maybe
Hope you have insurance for your neck or something.
Yeah, all good. Just needed some water. Yeah, but great idea, Marco. Great idea for diversification and to be able to put them into buckets and sort them out, and yeah, all of that, and download spreadsheets that help us to diversify and see which ones are triggering at the same time. They're great ideas.
Yeah,
I think I very much like the optimizer and all of that. I love this project. I think it's absolutely a brilliant idea for all of us. I think it's a great addition to Elite Backtesters, and yeah, I hope that we can improve on it and make it better.
I'm sure you can.
Thanks, mate.
This will help a lot. This is one of the basics we need. It's really important.
I think so too. I think so as well. I have no idea how to make this form public. Let me have a look to see if I can get it. Access to trigger trade. Great. It seems to be.
Didn't you receive a message from me that I requested access?
Yeah. Yeah, but
Only
don't
a
want
few
to have
times.
to. Is there? Yeah, I've got the access requests. I just like it so that it's open to everybody. There was me thinking this was going to be simple. Does anybody else have any questions while I'm trying to put this together? Send, receive, allow responders, editing. Okay, there you go. That should do it.
I've got a question about the optimizer when you're ready.
Sure. Yeah, carry on. Please do.
Oh, sure. So so I'm using Spotify sort of in combination with other indicators.
Yes.
And so when I'm doing the optimizer, am I right saying that the optimizer can only optimize the actual strategy? It can't change the parameters on the indicators?
Yeah, unfortunately, Spotify is kind of new. It's something that I'm trying to work on to try and work out a way how it could optimize an indicator which is outside of the main strategy. But currently, I haven't found really anything that works great. But I will continue to try and find a solution to it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
No problem. No problem.
David,
Yes.
I see you making improvements with the form. I now see a form. Do I need to select VIP or Elite Backtester?
Elite Backtester is where you need to be. Elite
Okay, thank you very
Backtesters
much.
get access. So, so we've got Elite Backtesters, and mine's all in French. Why is it in French?
Okay.
Anyway. So, Elite Backtesters, if you're a recruit, press a recruit, enter your reply for your Discord name. That way, currently it's a bit of a manual process for me to add everybody to the incubate.trade, but I prefer that way for the moment, just so that we can get the Elite Backtesters in as quick as possible.
Yeah, because it now says your process has been recorded. That means you now need to approve something?
Manually add you. Yeah, I'm going to manually add you and send you an email. Well, send you the password.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's no problem whatsoever. It'll take, just give me a couple of hours afterwards. I can see that 3 people have already filled out. So welcome Vincent, Marco and William and Igor.
Hey.
Yay. Thanks, Valko, for telling me it was blocked. So so hopefully, hopefully this will be a great addition to Elite Backtesters. Eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to build something that will be able to take the trades without having to use this copy trade. It's the only thing that I really don't like in the idea was having to set up accounts for copy trading on Bybit. Maybe some way for it to trigger directly to trigger trade, but I don't really like the idea of recording API keys in some places. So I'll figure out something for that. So this yellow button's the only thing I'm not over keen on. The rest I think is absolutely brilliant for us.
Thanks, David.
No problem. Just got in before I lost my voice.
David, when we have questions about other things, is that now also the time or?
Yeah, carry on. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah, you probably expect it already.
The
optimizer update.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excuse me. I have got behind on things, Marco, trying to get this incubate.trade up and running. I had problems with the recording of the results and things like that. I will do my absolute best. My aim is to get incubate.trade, the optimizer. This is the roadmap, as we call it, for the updates. Incubate.trade, everybody having access to the Elite Backtester version with everything working, recording as it should by the end of this month. So we're well on the way. That's done. Tick on that box. We're done. We're ready to go for that. Just need to give you access. The optimizer. I want the modifications that I've made to the forward no, sorry, it's not forward testing, is it? What's it called? Oh man, my brain's gone. The forward testing
So
kind
we
of.
can walk forward. Test.
Walk forward.
Optimize.
That was it. Walk forward. Thank you very much, Marco. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The walk forward testing modifications that I've made. I made some modifications to the delay times and all those kind of things. I want that uploaded and accepted by Google by the end of this month as well. And then there's the third thing, which is the terminal, which works with Leader Trade. It's more works with Trigger Trade. It's just a simple way of creating the orders, whether it's multiple orders, whether it's all of that kind of manual, semi-manual, complete bot. That platform I would like up and sent to Google before the end of the month as well. They're all very, very well on the way. The terminal is pretty close to being finished. Trigger Trade is finished. We're just improving speeds and things like that, but it's pretty much finished. The incubate.trade is here and ready. We're going to modify it together, add the things we talked about today, but that's just general updates and things like that. And the optimizer, I just need the time to finish up the bits and bobs, get it ready for Google and send it to them, which will be this week and next week's job for me. So I have 8 days, I think, until the end of the month. Everything will be done by now, I absolute promise. I know
because it's really, really important.
Yeah, it's just catching up with things, trying to get things done and fixed and finished. That's all. And like I said, I'm doing my absolute best to get these things done. I think that the incubate.trade is a great addition. I hope that everybody likes it and will use it. And the optimizer things as well, I hope will get out. Well, will be out before the end of the month. Will be out.
When people are serious, then they really need to use this.
I agree, Marco. Like I said in the last one, I don't think that everybody will, because it's a bit time consuming in the time. Yeah, it's probably time consuming, but I should imagine the people that are more serious, everybody that's in the elite backtesters will use it and will go through videos and things like that. How to
teaching the people?
Yeah, to teach people. I did a short 30-day course, and I'll just add to it all the time to try and make it better. So that there's things like this. I'll talk about things like size of positions and all those kind of things. I have sort of videos about how to improve.
Okay. Are they already online?
No, not all of those ones aren't. There's the 30-day course and the long video and all of them that are on members.david.tech. There's also the optimizer one. All of them are on the members site. I'm just going to add to it as I go along. How to solve... Vincent has a question about how to solve trades that open in the same candle. There is no real way. You have several tools inside of Trading View. You have the in-bar... I can't remember what it's called. Let me have a look here. I can't remember.
Intra-bar trade or something like that.
Yeah, let me have a look here. You nearly got it, Brad. You nearly got it.
The bar magnifier.
The bar magnifier. Somebody said it. I couldn't hear what it was. Bar magnifier. I'm not sure who said it. You got it. Yeah, using the bar magnifier, it kind of helps a little bit. But as we don't have tick data, we can't really tell. Trading View selects if your entry is closer to the take profit when it enters. It generally takes the take profit if it's all in the same bar. I on my indicators highlight it with a purple line, and if there are any trades that need to be verified, you'll get it comes up in the table that says one trade to be verified as the entry is in the same. Yep. It's the only way really to do it. And training profit after 1-2 can anybody solve in Botify? Vincent, I'm not sure what you talked about. Have a look after the stream. And training profit after one. Okay, I'll have a look after the stream. I'm not sure why it wouldn't work. I'll have a look. If Fled wouldn't mind adding that to my task list as well.
You got it.
David, you said that William was working or had some updates about the maximum order size. How's that going?
It's done and being beta tested at the moment. William is going to jump into a stream sometime this week or next week. William, I'm not sure. To go through everything with everybody. It's done and tested. It's still going through tests, but yeah. So William, when will you be doing a stream about that?
Normally I'll be doing it next week because I'm just got two computers running at the same stream. 2 seconds.
Ego.
We'll be going through a stream next week about how to set up with order splits, etc. Currently, we're beta testing. We've done the Bybit beta testing, so that works. We're currently on beta testing on all our platforms at the moment to be able to get it up and running for everybody to get it launched or release time on every platform at the same time.
Okay, and the error messages, so people understand what each message means.
We've also implemented custom error messages for Bybit and BingX so far. We'll be working on the other exchanges after that as well for custom messages. So it will be more explained instead of having the error message itself. It will just be a custom text that will send to each user through Telegram to be able to explain what's happening on it.
Vincent, I'm happy to do a Botify chat. If there's enough people who want to come in and jump up, talk about Botify, I'm more than happy to do with the stream with Vlad. We do office hours daily between, I think it's 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. London time. Me, Vlad, and William all sit in the sport chat area, inside a Discord, and I'll happily convert that into a Botify chat and just sit talking about Botify and how to use Botify and all those kind of things if you're about anytime.
David, did you check Igor's messages about the stop losses?
Let me think. I remember doing something with Igor, not recently. Let me have a look. I can't remember.
It was
absolutely
with
flat out.
with big stop losses.
Yeah, I'll have to look back and get back to you guys. I've really been flat out trying to work out the incubate.trade this week. I did a couple of updates on the boilerplate that we spoke about to try and build a new boilerplate for the beginning of next month with all of the extra features on. I can't remember whether I went through the notes that I wrote about Igor's big stop losses. So I don't think
channel, he posted a lot of messages
Yeah, I
and
remember.
screenshots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go back through them and make sure that it's done before the next update of the boilerplate. If it's something that's, if I remember
Important.
rightly, yeah, important. Yeah. I'm going through them all one by one, trying to improve it, make things better where they need to be made better. Rune, hey guys, short question. Trend who runs setup? No, it's not that one there. Let me have a look. Okay. Nope, I haven't updated it. I'll have a look again during the week. I'm going to get this, the incubate trade out to everybody, and then I'll get back to, like I said, the optimizer for the end of the month, and then I'll get back for the beginning of the month, building and improving on the boilerplate as I go along.
Right. Can you also please fix the latest the Geo MMA strategy so we can edit?
Yeah, William said to me earlier that it wasn't working. I'll have a look now. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen, guys. If anybody else got any questions, I'm still here. Okay, just having a look now.
I think I tried 20 times, but it's not adding.
That's why my cloud bill gets so high.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's all Marco.
Got it. I got it. I know why it's not working.
If anybody gets more than 5 minutes wait, it's Marco's fault.
Where's the thread? The Jimmy, mate. Let me have a look here. Let's get the thread ID. There we go. Adding it. Should be working now.
Yeah. Okay, I will try it.
Okay, I'll watch you try it.
If there are any other questions, guys, about pretty much anything regarding to David Tech, we're happy to answer. You can also use the chats as well.
Let me see.
I have a question.
Sure.
How can we see which strategies are updated to the latest version?
Good question. There is inside of the settings. Here we have a 0.03. I'll write down in the change log, which hasn't been updated recently, which ones are which and what are the differences between the two for you.
Yeah, or can you eventually arrange something with TradingView so we can get emails that the strategy is updated, or see something in David.tech or somewhere else? Because now it's difficult to see, what the latest versions are. Like, for example, when we want to use it for Forex, then there's only one version that we can actually use for that. So it will be
Okay.
nice to see, do we have the latest version, or is there a newer version that we need to update?
TradingView won't. Well, I don't know why. Some people are not, or everybody, I don't know, are not receiving emails from TradingView when I update them. As for the David Tech, like I just said a second ago, I will do I've got like a what's new. I'll change it into kind of a change log so you can see which ones have been updated and haven't in a sort of a list. As much
Yes,
as I
that will be
can
great.
as we go along. There'll be the difference of 0.03. Like I said, I'll write down what they are as to the differences so you can see whether they'll work on Forex or not.
Yes, because now it's the latest .1.
This is the dead
5.1?
zone, so no, it isn't. I need to put up the most latest version. I can't even remember because I haven't updated this. Let me have a look, which is the most recent version that's available for everybody. Tradingview.com. You can have a look here. The latest version that you have. It's 5.1.4, which you guys have the most latest version of. So this one here has had quite a few updates since. So it's 5.1.4.
We can't see your screen.
Oh, okay. I've just put it into the chat area. Sorry, that was yeah. So 5.1.4 is the latest version.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I see adding is now working for this strategy for GeoMMA.
Oh yeah, I put it into the wrong area.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear.
It's added now.